So, imagine this. A spiritual ashram in India where people come to find peace, meditate, chant, and escape the chaos of modern life. Sounds wholesome, right? Yeah, until you find out one of the monks at this ashram has been secretly smashing his own devotees. We're talking about Swami Prakashananda. We'll just call him Swami P. Now, Swami P isn't just some random monk. He's charismatic, respected, the kind of guy who can hold a crowd in silence just by chanting a single verse. People donate money, they bring gifts, and they treat him like he's holy. But behind the saffron robes, he's running a secret affair with one of his disciples, a young woman named Maya. And soon enough, what starts as a quiet little scandal turns into one of the juiciest exposés the ashram has ever seen. So Maya, mid-20s, bright and idealistic, comes to the ashram in 2017 looking for guidance. She's having a rough patch in her personal life, and she thinks meditation might help. Swami P notices her almost immediately. He tells her she has a rare aura and invites her into private sessions. And Maya, starry-eyed and vulnerable, falls for it. Soon those private sessions stop being about prayer or chanting and start being about late-night talks, secret touches, and eventually full-on smashing. Swami P promises her things monks aren't supposed to: emotional support, gifts, and even a promise that she's special among all his disciples. Maya thinks she's found enlightenment. What she doesn't realize yet is that she's about to be part of a scandal that will drag the entire ashram into chaos. For months, this hidden affair has kept rolling. Swami P sneaks Maya into his quarters late at night. He buys her gifts using donation money, jewelry, silk saris, even a new phone. And Maya gets pulled deeper in, because to her, this isn't just smashing. It feels like a relationship. She confides in a couple of her closest friends at the ashram, and at first, they're supportive. But then whispers start. People notice Maya disappearing at odd hours, sitting next to Swami P during ceremonies, wearing new things that clearly don't come from her broke background. By 2019, the gossip spreads like wildfire. Some disciples are furious. How could their holy man break his vows? Others are in denial, saying it's slander. And then Maya makes a move that changes everything. She secretly starts recording their encounters, thinking one day she might need proof. And boy, does she need it. Because by early 2020, Swami P starts pulling away. He's worried the rumors are getting too loud. He tells Maya they need to cool off for the sake of the ashram. But Maya, she feels used. She's given him her loyalty, her body, her secrets, and now he's ghosting her? Nope. So she threatens him. She's like, if you don't keep supporting me, I'll show everyone what we've been doing. At first, Swami P laughs it off, but then she sends him one of the videos, him kissing her in his chambers. And suddenly, it's not so funny. He tries to pay her off quietly, giving her a lump sum of donation cash. But Maya's not satisfied. She wants more: love, recognition, maybe even power inside the ashram. And that demand sets off a spiral of betrayal and panic. So now Swami P is stuck. He can't expose her because that would expose him too. But Maya keeps upping her demands. At one point, she asks for an apartment in the city, fully paid for by ashram funds. Swami P tries to shuffle money through temple accounts, but accounting gaps start to show. Devotees begin asking questions, and then the real crack hits. Maya, furious after an argument, leaks a blurry photo of the Swami lying shirtless on her bed. The image spreads through WhatsApp groups faster than wildfire. Devotees are shocked. Some refuse to believe it, saying it's doctored, but others start connecting dots. The expensive gifts, the financial irregularities, the constant presence of Maya. By mid-2021, the board of trustees steps in. They start auditing the accounts, and suddenly every rupee Swami P spent is under scrutiny. The scandal is no longer just gossip, it's documented. When the audit comes back, it's bad. Over $400,000 in donor funds are missing, and most of it can be linked to Swami P's private expenditures. That includes jewelry receipts, hotel bills, and even payments for Maya's new apartment. The trustees confront him, but instead of admitting anything, he doubles down. He tells his followers it's all a conspiracy, that enemies of the ashram are trying to bring him down. For a while, it works. His most loyal devotees rally around him. But then Maya herself goes public. She leaks not just photos but videos, Swami P in saffron robes, kissing her, holding her hand, and promising her a life beyond the ashram. And that's it. The illusion shatters. News channels pick it up. Holy scandal at the ashram. Protesters gather outside, demanding his removal. The police now have enough to open a criminal investigation. Fraud, misappropriation, and even sexual exploitation charges. The raid comes at dawn. Police officers storm the ashram, seizing computers, financial ledgers, and Swami P's private stash of luxury items. Maya's testimony and videos are central to the case. Swami P is dragged out in front of cameras, his once revered image crumbling in real time. Devotees scream, some crying, others shouting curses. The footage plays on every major channel, the holy man caught in handcuffs. Meanwhile, Maya faces her own storm. She's hailed by some as brave for exposing the truth, but others call her manipulative, accusing her of destroying faith. The courtroom is chaos. Prosecutors present mountains of evidence, bank transfers, jewelry invoices, and of course, the infamous videos. Swami P tries to claim Maya seduced him, but it doesn't stick. Every defense crumbles under the sheer weight of proof. Years of spiritual authority vanish in seconds as the judge orders him remanded. For the first time in decades, the ashram has no leader, and the entire faith community reels in shock. As the trial drags on, more skeletons tumble out of the closet. Turns out, Maya wasn't the only one. At least 3 other women come forward with similar stories. Secret affairs, promises of marriage, money siphoned from temple funds. Suddenly, Swami P looks less like a fallen monk and more like a serial manipulator. Investigators uncover offshore accounts tied to him, with donations funneled through shell companies. The juiciest revelation: he'd been using ashram money to fund luxury retreats abroad, sometimes flying women with him under the guise of assistance. Devotees feel betrayed. Donations dry up. The ashram, once a thriving hub of spirituality, becomes ground zero for scandal. Maya, meanwhile, watches it all unfold. She realizes her story has triggered something far bigger than she ever intended, exposing not just Swami P, but an entire system of unchecked power inside India's religious institutions. By 2023, the fallout is massive. Swami P is convicted of fraud and sentenced to 10 years in prison. The sex scandal charges drag on, but his reputation is finished. Maya testifies against him, but the trial leaves her emotionally wrecked. She disappears from public view, rumored to be living quietly abroad. The ashram itself undergoes restructuring. Trustees bring in new leadership, vow transparency, and beg devotees to return. But faith is fragile. Attendance drops by half. Protesters still show up at the gates, waving placards about corruption in religious spaces. Media outlets keep digging, uncovering more shady deals linked to Swami P. His fall becomes a textbook case of how unchecked authority can turn spiritual havens into personal playgrounds. And for everyone watching, it's clear this wasn't just one man's mistake. It was a system built to hide men like him. So in the end, the hidden affair at the ashram isn't just about one monk breaking his vows. It's about power, greed, and how easily devotion can be exploited. Swami P, once worshipped like a saint, is now a disgraced convict. Maya, who began as a vulnerable disciple, becomes both whistleblower and pariah, carrying the weight of exposing the truth but losing her own peace in the process. The ashram survives, but it will never be the same. And across India, devotees now look at spiritual leaders with suspicion, wondering how many more scandals lurk behind the saffron robes. For the outside world, it's just another juicy headline. But for the faithful, it's a wound that may never fully heal, proof that even the holiest spaces can hide the dirtiest secrets.